Good day, my little robins. It's me, Beth. Another month has come and gone. You know what that means. You get another monthly wrap-up slash favourites video from yours truly. These are pretty self-explanatory. If you'd like to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking a like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified of when I upload on this channel. Enough rambling, let's dive straight into my January favourites. Is the music that I listened to the month of January, and I want to start off with an album that came out towards the end of the month, and that is Battle Beast Circus of Doom. Now on the channel I only reacted to the single Master of Illusion and I loved every second of it. Eye of the Storm is probably my least favourite song on the album. It just does nothing for me. But oh my god, everything about this album shapes up to be one of the strongest albums that Battle Beast have put out. If you like heavy metal, if you like power metal, then you know, oh, check this out. Just the way Nora belts out those lyrics and the band slay, you never want this experience to end. And I'm just gonna hold my hands up now and say this is definitely gonna make my top albums of 2022, and the year has only just begun. The theming, the story, the lyrics, the way the track list is set, perfect album, and I can't wait to see what Battle Beast do next. Now onto the channel reactions. This month there have been a fair few familiar bands, you know, that I've reacted to, but also a handful of new bands slash groups that you guys have requested. And kicking off January were Ad Infinitum, and well, I went back to their first album for the music video See You in Hell. I also went to their live show, which I want to say was 2020 or 2021, for the song Tell Me Why, because these were requested by you guys after I reacted to Unstoppable off their second album at the end of, 2021. I love symphonic metal. It is probably my favourite subgenre of metal, and oh my god, these videos, impressive, impressive vocals from Melissa, the band absolutely killing it. What they can do with just having three musicians and a vocalist sometimes blows my mind. And yeah, fingers crossed I get to see these guys live touring with Amaranth and Beyond the Black towards the end of the year, if that tour doesn't get, postponed or cancelled again. Ad Infinitum, if you like symphonic metal, check them out. Up next was the band Enemy Inside with the song Black Butterfly. Now, it's been a couple of years since I've actually reacted to this band on the channel, and you guys were they've released a new album and they've released some new singles, you should check it out. And so I was really excited because I love to see a band's evolution, and aesthetically slash theme-wise the band have grown, and there were moments when the instruments kicked in and I was oh, okay, they have clearly grown as a band. But then, well, I'm gonna have to hold my hands up now and say it was not my favourite. The last song on the channel that I reacted to was Phoenix, and this song ended up being pretty much a carbon copy and paste version of Phoenix, a little bit darker, and I couldn't look past that. I really like some of the songs this band have put out because I really liked their first album, and I will check out this band in the future, but only if they release something different that shows their growth as a band. Dexcore has become a recent Japanese staple on the channel, and that is because I am obsessed with Kagami's vocals and how they can go from demonic to angelic in the drop of a hat. This whole band themselves is amazing. The song I reacted to was called Whose Fault, and the video concept really interested me because it was the behind the scenes footage leading up to their live show that either came out last year or the year before. And I actually reacted to the song Naked last year, which was taken from this very show, so I really liked how it came full circle with the behind the scenes. This band. If you want to give, visual kei slash metalcore, deathcore, this band can fall into so many subgenres a go. I would highly recommend it, and this makes me so hyped for live shows coming back in 2022. Up next is a brand new band on the channel. These are like another Japanese visual kei band, and it is Ashmaze with the song Innocence. Now, there is nothing innocent about the sound and visuals when it came to this song and the video. There were a lot of things that intrigued me, and I really want to check out more of these guys in the future. I have watched a lot of visual kei bands over the past couple of years, and for me this isn't offensive, but it kind of falls on the lighter side of the visual kei scale. I have seen some crazy shit, and well, this was kind of a little bit timid. I want to see them push the boundaries. Passcode is also becoming another familiar Japanese staple on the channel. This time I reacted to the music video Flavor of Blue, and holy hell, this blew my mind. Emily is the perfect addition to this band as the new screamer, and the rest of the band sounded really polished, and this is one of the better sounding songs. I also really liked how we got shots of the band, because we haven't really seen shots of the band, and I really hope they continue this trend in the future. Passcode. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's my cup of tea. Up next is Rolling Quartz. These ladies are a K-pop band, and the song was actually a cover of a K-pop soloist, Alexa, and the song was called Extra, and she actually featured in the video, and I did not know this is what I needed in my life at the start of 2022. Rolling Quartz is a unit of proving to me that they are going to be a staple and a very powerful band in the future, and it also intrigues me to check out more Alexa on the channel in the future. You know what to do, guys. Go to those comments and put in the request for her songs. Watch this space. Rolling Quartz, fingers crossed, get a comeback in 2022, and these ladies are going places. Now, we stayed in the K-pop realm with a new group to the channel, Dreamcatcher. These ladies were highly requested, and I reacted to the music video for the song Because, which actually required multiple viewings after I filmed because there were so many small details and references I missed that first time. I have probably watched that video a good 10 times, and I think I finally found all the references. Gotta pat myself on the back. Someone in the comments called these ladies the Dark Angels of K-pop, and I 100% agree, because it is not your stereotypical bubbly, light, girly K-pop, and I can easily get behind that. Yeah. I was also given a long list of Dreamcatcher videos to check out on the channel, and you can guarantee I'm going to be checking them out in the near future. I'm going to be a little bit of a spoiler for you guys. You can expect at least 3 Dreamcatcher videos the month of February coming up, because I love you guys and I'm obsessed with this band. The final reaction on the channel goes back to Japan and back to the visual kei genre with the band Armada. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. And the video Born to be Malice. Like with Ashmaze, there were a lot of elements that really intrigued me, aesthetic, sound, lyrics, story-wise. I was okay, I can see myself, becoming invested in this band. But unlike Ashmaze, who were on the lighter side, I can see Armada definitely go into the crazier side of visual kei, and I am all for that. Yeah, I've had some good reactions the month of January. Fingers crossed February can blow it out the water. Now onto TV land, and I have been watching The Masked Singer, the UK version, and I have got a theory after there have been 3 seasons of this show. Now hear me out. My theory is that all the professional singers that come on the show always seem to get unmasked first before comedians or actors, and I'm not sure if that's done on purpose, but that's what I've noticed. My big shock this season was Will Young as Lionfish, because I thought he would go all the way, but then he got voted off, and I was huh. So that leaves me rooting for Panda or Rockhopper. I love this family show because it's just so full of goodness, and it's a show that both me and my mum can watch and come up with crazy guesses together. It's one of the few shows I actually watch with my family, so you go The Masked Singer, and it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top. Over on Discovery Plus, I've been watching Celebrity Help My House is Haunted. Now, I love the base show with Jane, Barry and Ian, but I really like this take, especially if they do it in between mainline series. So far I have known all the celebs, and they even like released the image, and I'm like, oh my god, I know all the celebrities. And there were some surprises because I thought some of these celebrities would never go on a paranormal show, but you really can't dispute like any of the evidence that has been discovered so far. And I love how like caring and like thoughtful, you know, they are to the celebrities, because it can be pretty traumatic being like, yo, a dead family member is watching over you in this house, but we're going to help you out and put you at ease. So far my favourite episode was Alex Best, because it had some phenomenal evidence and kind of went a way that I wasn't expecting. Just go check it out. Like I said, I would love if they did like these celebrity episodes or series in between mainline series, because Help My House is Haunted has become one of my favourite paranormal shows, and Discovery Plus is just kicking it out the park when it comes to paranormal investigations. On Netflix, I've been diving into the world of K-shows the month of January, and well, it shows no signs of stopping, because once you watch one, you kind of get hooked and you just gotta keep watching them. Up first is Oh My Venus, and pretty much the story goes that you have like a once popular like skinny girl in high school, now in her adult life is like a little bit bigger like in the frame, and she's a lawyer, and she kind of like teams up with like a hotshot personal trainer when she's dumped by her like long-term boyfriend. And well, she eventually like gets in shape, you know, gets her life turned around, and a common trend in these K-shows, she falls in love. Because that's what I'm noticing, that there is a lot of love and I can get behind it. Like, I fell in love with like the characters, the story, and I was happy when it ended because I got the resolution I wanted, but I was also sad when it ended because I wanted more. And that's what I'm finding with like a lot of these K-shows, is that you can easily become invested because they are longer episodes than what you would get normally here in the UK. And well, I binged this in 2 days and I have no shame. Oh My Venus. Highly recommend checking it out because it had some comedic moments that had me in stitches. Next up is Strong Girl Bong Soon. I really hope I'm saying that right. Bong Soon has an incredible strength that is passed down to the females in her family, and she ends up becoming a bodyguard for a CEO of like a video game company, while also being madly in love with like her police friend who doesn't know that she loves him, and of course a love triangle forms between the three. But what surprised me most about this show is how much of like a crime drama it became, with like murder, kidnapping, a ton of drama I wasn't expecting, and I became so invested in these characters that at the end, like, I was kind of happy and sad it was ending, because I was sad because, you know, it's a good show with like a strong cast, and happy because, well, all the characters kind of got their happy ending without any spoilers. Yeah. Here's a note about K-dramas, or K-comedies, or K-shows in general. You go in expecting one thing, and then plot twist, entirely something else happens. And the final show that I binged on Netflix in like a couple of sittings was Clean with a Passion for Now. And here's the story. You have a germaphobe CEO of a cleaning company who falls in love with a messy girl. But you guessed it, there is a third guy. This third guy is a shrink who is trying to help cure the CEO without knowing that he's in love with the girl, and he's also the girl's neighbour. Love triangles. Yes. This was based on a webtoon, I believe, and there were definitely some really funny, like, comedic moments that had me chuckling, but also some sad, intense moments when you realise that a couple of these characters have actually met in the past and actually don't remember one another. Plot, story, on point. But for me, what really shined the most was like her cleaning crew and like the moments they had on screen, because it was like brothers messing with their sister, and it was like siblings, and they were having fun and they were always having a laugh. What I can say about this show, probably above the other two, is this was a really strong ensemble piece that had a lot of heart put into it, and yeah. I'm going to continue watching all these K-shows on Netflix as long as Netflix keep posting them. Now guys, I finally saw Spider-Man No Way Home. I wanted to watch it when it came out over Christmas, but I was ill. I didn't fancy going to the cinema. But oh my god, this film deserves all the praise and like box office earnings that it's gonna get, because it was a stroke of genius to bring back all three Spider-Men and their corresponding villains, because it was like a nostalgic trip. My dad and I came out the screen and he's like, I remember taking you to the cinema to see, I didn't see the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire at the cinema, but I saw the second and the third one at the cinema. I then saw all of the Andrew Garfield ones with my dad, and he was like, wow, 20 plus years has passed, so I can understand why this would be a popular like film. And, you know, it kind of like sets up, you know, Doctor Strange's second film, which is coming out this year, because all actions have consequences. I'm going to hold my hands up now and say Tom Holland, at the beginning of his run as Spider-Man, I really didn't like him. But he has grown on me over the years, and that ending was just so sad and like gut-wrenching, but it gave like all the characters a chance to move on with their lives. And Marvel sure know how to make a superhero film that tugs on the heartstrings, and it's easy to see why people have seen this film multiple times, because I feel like there are little details and references that you missed the first time, so when it eventually comes to Disney Plus, I'll be watching it again. The final category is video games, and guys, we are starting with mobile games, because I finally like re-downloaded Obey Me, One Master to Rule Them All, after like, I want to say like a 2-year hiatus. I loved this game, and I also discovered a brand new game called Tears of Femos, or Femos. I think I might have said that wrong. These are both anime dating games, and well, they have the gacha elements, because once you fall in love with one character, you kind of want to spend your money to get all their cards. So yes, I can easily see my bank account crying now that I have 2 gacha games. If I had to pick like a personal like preference from Obey Me, Beel or Beelzebub is my favourite, and from Tears of Femos I would have to say Vin. Ah, cute PNG guys. These games are clearly aimed at girls, and well, they don't disappoint. And the final game I'm going to talk about has been highly anticipated ever since like it was announced that it was coming out and we saw trailers drop. And of course that is Pokemon Legends Arceus, or Arceus. I think like it's kind of up in the air, you can pronounce it how you want, because I'm pretty sure everyone pronounces it differently. And this is a highly anticipated Switch game of 2022. And you know what guys? I love it. Yes, I'll hold my hands up now and say the graphics do lag in certain areas, and I can understand why people say it looks like a game off the PS2 era, or maybe even GameCube graphic-wise, but Pokemon, they know how to tell a story, and the story really drives this game. And there are like a lot of new like elements, especially like the new versions of Pokemon, that really intrigue me, and how they have like swapped up like the once familiar like settings, like enough to breathe like a fresh like lease of life into like this old franchise. For me, give me crafting in a game and I am a sucker for it. I also like how I get to choose like when my Pokemon evolve, and how you can also change up their like move set on like a dime, so that if you're going into a battle and you know you need moves that are strong against a certain Pokemon, then you can just swap the moves out willy-nilly to make the best Pokemon. Yes, graphically, not the best Pokemon, but I am here for the story, and I am not even halfway through like the main story as of filming and uploading of this video, because it only came out the 28th of January. But I intend to spend like a lot of hours completing my Pokedex, and this will probably be the first time that I actually complete a Pokedex in a Pokemon game, so pat on the shoulder for, you know, what's to come. This also will tide me over until I get my next big Switch game, so Pokemon Legends Arceus is a great game, and well, check it out if you're a Pokemon fan. So there we have it, guys and girls of the internet. Those were just a few of my January favourites. I hope you guys learned something about me and well, my taste in like music, TV, films and video games. In the comments below, I'd love to hear, you know, some of the things that you guys loved the month of January. If you'd like to see me make any particular video on the channel in the future, you can by going to the comments, because I want to make videos that you guys want to see. Let's just wrap up this video before I continue to ramble. If you'd like to support me and the channel in the future, you you can by clicking like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified of when I upload on this channel. At the end of this video you can check out my last 2 videos or playlist depending what mood I'm in when I'm editing this. Until next time, I am Beth. Goodbye.